So Tyrese wants to be a gangster, even though he's a singer and an actor. And that's very interesting because now he has all the smoke for DJ Envy. And this has everything to do about Tyrese having some words with DJ Envy when he wasn't on his medicines, and then DJ Envy confronted him on the Breakfast Club. Now, again, I think that DJ Envy is a lame guy. He's a phony guy. If he had those issues with Tyrese, it should have stayed off of the internet. It's a lot of people that I got beefs and issues with. It stays off the internet. I don't come onto the internet with people that I have problems with in real life or our personal friends, and we're not cool no more, and I start making, videos about them or addressing it. That is lame stuff, in my honest opinion, and it should have been kept off the radio. But be it as it may, these guys are very immature, and that's what they're doing, all right? I want to play the first clip that got, everybody up in arms when DJ Envy said that because of Tyrese's disrespect, he would box him in the mouth.
And you could say that you weren't,
What you mean?
but as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserve me to box your mouth.
Whoa,
And I didn't. No, we were talking because this is something that I never wanted to say. And since he wants to be, well, why Envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking to psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation and said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said it. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds and this is what it was.
This is longer than a month ago.
Yeah, that's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to remember my brother as that. And maybe you were going through problems. So if somebody if I talk to your wife disrespectful, I don't expect for you to come check on me. Okay. And that's how I felt it.
But maybe y'all should have been had.
All right, so you see that. Now, you also see that Tyrese didn't do anything about that, okay? The guy says he wanted to box you in the mouth. You said it was okay for it to go there. You hear Charlamagne trying to, piece it out, and he's like, no, let him do it, all right? Then Tyrese comes back with this response.
So, of course, the beautiful thing about the iMessage, the iCloud, gives you an opportunity to recall text messages, and I don't see nothing in the text messages directly into Envy or directly into his wife where I disrespected him or her. First of all, I think of all things that hurt me, anybody who knows me knows that I know and been around some of the most beautiful people, girlfriends, baby mamas, wives. It's not even in my character to disrespect any man, specifically his wife. And yes, they can milk, not they, because I don't even know that his wife actually feels this way. But it's okay to milk the psych meds. Oh, you said a bunch of shit that you reckless. You know what? I'm still on my apology tour. Y'all seeing everything. I spoke about it in the interview. But I literally just had to pull up some receipts. And I had to go and look at my phone and say, when is the last time we were actually communicating? And does anything about our communication feel like I actually disrespected his wife or him? Because whether I was on psych meds or not.
Then DJ Envy calls up his wife with this response.
Wife, please.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are. You're on the radio. Tyrese is calling me a liar. For people that don't know, I stopped talking to Tyrese, and there was a reason why I stopped talking to Tyrese, not because only did I think he was a bozo and full of ish, but also because of the way that I felt he was talking and conducting business with my wife. Tyrese helped save our relationship. When we were going through probably our lowest point and I cheated, Tyrese came in and really helped us and guided us through our relationship, correct?
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
And then we got to a point where we stopped talking to Tyrese. I even blocked Tyrese, and I wanted to box his mouth, as I said the other day. And can you explain to the people why we stopped talking to Tyrese?
Well, we stopped talking to Tyrese on two different occasions. Once many, many years ago, when he did do that amazing thing for us. Um, he and I became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. But for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed. You know, there was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset. At that time, I didn't feel as though he was going through any mental issues. I didn't feel as though he was facing any mental challenges at that time. I know that he does go through things, and I know that he has been on medication, but at that time, I felt as though he was very clear-minded and everything seemed cool. But when I started to feel uncomfortable and you started to feel uncomfortable, we took a step back.
Well, what lines were crossed?
And
Because people would be
then,
like, well, what lines did he cross?
you know, I don't really feel comfortable being specific
Mm.
because at the same time, I still do have a respect for him. I know that you still do have a respect for him. Um, I would feel more comfortable just being general and saying that, you know, there was flirting and inappropriate compliments for a woman who's married.
Okay. I respect
Is
that.
that fair to say? Is
Yeah,
that fair to say?
I don't have respect for him though, but yeah, no, I get it, and you do it, and you know, I appreciate that what he
So
did.
how did you see it,
No, I
Envy?
know,
Huh?
I know that I know that everything that's going on right now, and I know that he's being boisterous about it. I haven't been on Instagram in the last 2 weeks because we've been really busy, but you know, you've told me some things, but I haven't really seen it firsthand, so it's not going to affect me, the same way it's affecting you because I haven't seen it. But what I can say is that very clear lines were crossed,
Now,
and
now I get it.
there.
So how did you see it, Envy?
There's certain things that you don't say to a man's wife. There's certain things that you don't say to a man's girlfriend. There's certain things that you don't say in a flirtatious way. And I told you what he said. You spoke to my wife yesterday, so you know what he said.
So that's why you wanted to box. That's why you said I'll box your mouth.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to box his mouth. It's just certain things you don't play with somebody's wife like that.
Were
And
you upset that he wasn't flirting with you in any way, shape, or form?
a little bit. No, you see, you playing too much. But no, when it comes to it, I look at it like this. Tyrese did help save my marriage, and I have a respect for him for that. That's the reason why instead of going at him, I just let it go. I just not so spoke to him anymore until he starts going up. Now, I don't know if he has a record to sell. He's trying to push his record or whatever it may be. I just don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is that man was up here. He was in our faces. We had a conversation.
And now we have Tyrese out here making threats. And here's the voice note.
And down all your kids' names. Yes, I don't give a fuck who you are, what it is. When it comes to my wife and my family, I don't play no games. You goofy. No one has disrespected your wife and your family more than you. You know the most dangerous thing about me is I know what I know about the level you took it to. I'll leave it at that. So all of a sudden, when it comes to your wife and your family, that's off limits. I don't play no games. I'll fucking be ready to shoot, stab, and kill when it comes to my wife and my family. But no one has violated and disrespected the shit out of your first lady and your family more than you. You know why your wife called into the airwaves, bro? Because you got exposed in your living room. When I said, how convenient, you could not sit there and look me as a man in my eyes and tell me with real honesty and integrity why my divorce has been a mockery and a funny joke and a topic of discussion at the Breakfast Club. You and Charlemagne talking about mental health awareness. Are we going to be advocates for mental health awareness, or are we out here trying to people mental health up because you're giving out donkeys of the day.
So Tyrese also is now talking about, different things now. He's saying like, you don't know me, I'll pull up. You won't say this, you won't do this. I'm not one of these dudes you ought to mess with, you ought to play with. And that's very interesting because when you had the opportunity to, physically confront the man, that's not what you were talking about. And, you're out here talking about that on your own personal stuff. And again, it's lame for both of them to do this since they were friends. But the reality is this, and I hate to say this, as crazy and messed up as Tyrese is, I feel sorry for the ladies that deal with him. All right. We have some brothers in our community. I'm just going to be real. It's not just these black women that are broken. It's some of us too. Okay. And as talented as that brother is, I mean, he's the closest. He's not as talented as Jamie Foxx at all, right? Nobody is. He's the second closest guy that might be second or third place. Tyrese is extremely talented as a singer. He's a very talented actor. He just is a guy that God blessed him with a lot of gifts, but he has no discipline. He's crazy. Something is wrong with the brother. He's always got problems. He's always, he's a weak man. And that is something that, it's sad, to get to this level of where you are right now. And now you're talking about you want to see somebody soon. You want to pull up on somebody, and all of these things, it's lame. It's lame, brother. Okay. You need to go somewhere, have several seats. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shay Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. I'm out.